Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Lion's Den. I am the spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I want to welcome you today to the Miracles, Signs, and Wonders Gospel Revival Raid Part 4. This is the high vibrational edition. And listen, I am the spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm so glad that you joined me on this fine day. Let me begin by saying I am very, very happy to be on here with Dalen 628 and the gospel raid train that she has put together of miracles, signs, and wonders. Yes, it's good to be here on today. We've got some raiders that will be coming shortly. I just wanted to make sure that we were in place and ready to receive them at the time that they came in on today. So we'll just share some things until they get here. Rebel, we trying, girl. We trying, Rebel. We trying to do the thing. Now listen. We've got a full day for those that want to ride this raid train out. It started on yesterday, actually. It started on yesterday, and today is concluding this event. We have One Reason and the Gospel Takeover that will be raiding us shortly. And then yours truly, the spiritual thought leader, will be here from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then we'll be raiding out to DJ Prophet at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll go over to Selecta 720 at 11 a.m. No Spinner at 1. DJ K Nice at 3 p.m. And then DJ Leo the Great. And we'll wrap up with Mike City. Mike City. That's the way we're going to do it this morning. So thank you for coming in. As you know, this is not our normal time. This is a special opportunity to share on today. I'm going to wait until, listen, I want to say, good morning to you, Joanna G. Good morning to you. Come on in here, and that's my beautiful, blessed sister. I appreciate you for being here this morning. Then I've got the Bishop, Main Man 68. Listen, let me tell you, Main Man 68 and Beat Teat Deep Mom, they did their good singing on last night at the Lord's Church right here in Dallas, Texas. Y'all tore it up, y'all. Y'all tore it up. Let me give it up. The Saints sang on last night. It was awesome. I was just glad to be a part of it, Main Man 68. And thank you for that resub. We're building something. Come on in here, my brother, and nothing but mad love to you. Then, of course, I want to say thank you to the Rebel Inc. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Miss Coffee, come on in here. Thank you for following. I appreciate you, and nothing but mad love to you. Welcome to the Lion's Den. It's good to have you. I am the spiritual thought leader, and we're normally here from Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But on today, this is a raid train. Once more and again, I'm glad to be a part of the Miracles, Signs, and Wonders Gospel Revival Raid Part 4. This is the high vibrational edition. So thank you for coming in, and we look forward to those that are going to raid us here shortly. I feel good all down in my shondo. Now, you know, we normally have our prayer and all of that, but I'm going to, because we're going to move expeditiously. I'm going to sound like church folk today. We're going to move expeditiously for 1 hour and 1 hour only. We will be here before we raid out. So I'm going to contain as much as I can down to minimal conversation on today. And once our raiders come in, we'll be ready to move forward and move as the Lord has given us. DJ Diz 37, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. I see you. I see you. We got some coming in here shortly as anticipated, and we can't wait to see them come in. Shelly Thunder, come on here, sis. There she is doing her good work, and thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. It's a blessed day. It's a marvelous day. Listen, hey, come on in here, DJ Diz. I'm not mad at you at all. Thank you for being in here, and I appreciate you. I absolutely positively do. Now, as we get ready for those that are going to come in, get your dancing shoes on, because you know how we receive the saints when we come in. We bring them in dancing, cheering. We bring them in dancing. That's how we do it over here in the Lion's Den. So, Shelly, listen, we trying, sis. We trying to do a thing. And here they come. It's a raid. Hey. Yes. To all of the raiders coming in, one reason, and the gospel takeover. Come on in here. So much mad love to you, and I appreciate this is the Bishop of Twitch. Come through. If you're not following one reason, quit your eyes. Just quit him, because I promise you, he's going to bless your whole entire life. I'm watching you people. I see you. Come on, LaWanda Baskerville. Come on, Dalen 628, who is the facilitator of this awesome raid on today. She is a streamer, y'all. If you're not following Dalen 628, quit your eyes. Quit him, because she's going to bless your whole life. Shelly Thunder, come on up in here. Listen, we got LaDon 225. We got Shelly Thunder. We got these awesome mods in the room. Nothing but mod love to you. Come through. I see you, Misty Blue. I see you. Come on through, my friend. I'm trying to make sure I don't want to miss anybody. If I do, just know it was I couldn't see you. It wasn't because I meant to. Miss Frosty 60803, DJ Diz, come on in here. Miss Fee, come on. Misty Blue, once more and again, I see you. Oh my God, Apple Juice the DJ is in the house, and that's a streamer right there. If you're not following Apple Juice the DJ, quit your eyes. Quit them. Come on in here. Miss Coffee, I'm glad you're new to Twitch and you're new to the Lion's Den, and we welcome you with so much love. J Trey 707, that's my girl, and she's a streamer, y'all. If you're not following J Trey 707, quit your eyes. Quit them. The one and only Keisha Key is in the house. Come on in here. Another streamer. Nothing but mad love to you. And if you're not following the one, the only Keisha Keish, quit your eyes. Come on in here, y'all. Nothing but mad love. Lady Day, come on, my sister. Now, that's my sister right there. So much mad love to you. That's the way we do it in the Lion's Den. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, just say something to me once more and again, because I want to call your name. This is a beautiful day to be alive, y'all. And that's the way we do it. Big Moochie, baby. And so I appreciate everybody that's in the room on this morning. Now listen, I've got something for you this morning. I got something for you. Keep on putting them up. One reason and the Bishop of Twitch. So much mad. Hootie hoo, come on in here. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Nothing but mad love to you. Now, Dalen 628, I want to start by saying thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this awesome raid, y'all. Listen, it's miracles, signs, and wonders. The Gospel Revival Raid Part 4, High Vibrational Edition. And we gonna vibrate high this morning, y'all. This is the second day of a 2-day event. Once more and again, I'm honored to be here. Now, I want to say once more, I appreciate those that'll be coming after. We're gonna leave here, go to DJ Prophet and be a blessing over there with him and receive the blessing he has for us. Selector 720, No Spinner, come through. DJ K Nice. Then we're going to DJ Leo the Great, and it's going to be wrapped up with Mike City. Mike City. Nothing but love to him. And it started off with none better than one reason, the Bishop of Twitch. And I appreciate you all for being here this morning. Now, I'm going to go just a little bit differently this morning because I am going to share a word. I normally don't. Y'all know that those that come in, my regular time is Tuesday through Friday, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And at the end of the day, oh, thank you, Miss Frosty. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. Y'all some of the sweetest people. Oh my goodness, I just don't even know what to do. But thank you for that. Now, I'm going to go hurriedly because I am on assignment. And as is stated on the flyer, this is the edition that we're planning to turn it up. We're looking towards the opportunity opportunity to really take this to another level. Dalen 628 for the vision and the visionary. We appreciate God for you and thank you so much. Now listen, we're going to go somewhere and I want you to go with me if you would. And I'm only going to be here a quick hour and then we're going to be out of your way. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to address this morning. And I'm going to share some scriptures, but I'm not going to be churchy. If I can say that. I'm going to share some scriptures, but I'm not going to be churchy. And then I'm going to share some videos with you. And then we'll be getting out of here to go to the prophet as soon as we finish. Now, if you would ride with me, come on, I'm watching you people. So much mad love to you. This is how we're going to flow. I just want to go to a few scriptures on this morning. And this is only for a scriptural premise and a scriptural base. Listen, J. Trey, you're so sweet. You're just so sweet to me. Thank you. Now, I want to start with Genesis 1:1. And again, this is going to be real simple. It's not going to be churchy. So anybody that starts getting stressed out about, oh, my God, they're getting ready to read some scriptures and this and that and the other. I want you to just ride this with me just for a few moments. And I'm going somewhere. Genesis 1:1 said, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Verse 2 says, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And that's all I want to take from that. And I'm just going to read all these scriptures, and I'm going to come back and share real quickly with you, and we're going to go through some videos, because I have a thought that I really want to impress on your mind about miracles, signs, and wonders. I want to go to the scripture. It says Romans 4:17, as it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations before him whom he believed, even God who quickeneth the dead, and hath called thee, let me put that up, and hath called thee those things, call those things that which be not as though they were. I have called those things which be not as though they were. And that's what I want to emphasize out of that passage of scripture right there. Then we're going to go to Isaiah, the 57th chapter and the 19th verse. I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that is afar off, and to him that is near, saith the Lord, and I will heal him. And I want to emphasize that first part A of the scripture. I create the fruit of the lips. Then I want to go from there, if you will. And I know I'm going hurriedly. If you need me to go back on any of these, I absolutely positively can. I want to go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, verses 2 and 3. And it says, and the Lord answered and said to me, write the vision and make it a plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and not tarry. Somebody needs to have that hope on today, that your vision is surely going to come and not tarry. Then I want to go to 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter and the 9th verse. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. Then I think this is going to be my last scripture, you all. We're almost done. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. And those are our scriptures that we're going to take our text from on today. Now, we're talking about miracles, signs, and wonders, and we're taking this to the next level. So as we talk about miracles, signs, and wonders, what I really want to deal with on today. Now, y'all know Rebel, One Reason, and some of the other DJs play miracles, signs, wonders over your life. And we just go in every time it comes on. And I want to talk, this isn't going to be the only thing that I'm going to talk about, but I do want to talk about the power of that preposition, because over your life, that's one preposition. Y'all remember prepositional phrases from school. You can have over, but I want you to understand that it can also be through, it can be in, it can be go through all the prepositions. And when we start talking about miracles, signs, signs and wonders in these days and times, I want you all to start taking that not just over my life, in my life, through my life, by my life. I want you to put all the prepositions in there, because at the end of the day, I want you to know that what we are doing now is going to a whole nother dimension. It's not just a matter of this element right here. It's not just miracles and blessings over my life, but you are going to be a blessing. There are miracle signs and wonders that are going to come through you. There are miracle signs and wonders that you will work and you will rock. LaDon 225, good morning. DJ Eyes, come on in here. Because listen, at the end of the day, we're getting ready to embark on a time in this land that has never ever been seen before. Hear me when I say it. We're getting ready to move into a time that is going to be so dynamic. It's going to be multidimensional. It's going to be exponential like we've never ever seen before, where we're no longer just going to be in this one little phase right here. So I got miracle signs and wonders over my life. I got miracle signs and wonders through my life. I got miracle signs and wonders by my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? This time is going to encompass that. You're going to move into a place where you're going to be all of that and the bag of chips, and God is going to bless you in a mighty way. But this is what I want us to understand. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to kind of cool my jets a little bit, because I don't want to get too excited to not get this thought across that I want to get to you. Now, as we look at in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The Bible says the earth was without form and void, and darkness covered the face of the deep. Now, this I want you to take as an analogy about your life and what you have going on, what God deposited in you from the foundation of the world. It almost seems like when you were birthed into this realm, your earth was without form and void, and darkness, is anybody riding with me? Darkness covered the face of the deep. Oh, but then God spoke and he stepped out on the water. He said, let there be light. And there was light. So I want you to understand that this is a process. I want you to understand processes in God. You cannot just jump from here to there without going through process. And unfortunately, so many times in our belief and our understanding systems, we act like we don't have to go through process. But baby, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've come through. I don't care what the anointing on your life. You're still going to have to go through processes. So I want you to understand, as an analogy, as an allegory, I want you to look and say, you came into this world, and listen, just like the Bible said, the earth was without form and void. There was this place in you that you still had to identify and find who you were and why you were in God. So from there, I want you to understand, then God spoke, stepped out. The Spirit of God moved. Hey, I felt something right there. Y'all know water and flow is my religion. The Spirit of God moved on the face of the water. And God said, let there be light. Now, this is what I want you to understand. Before God spoke, let there be light, he had already seen light in his imagination. Now, I just want you to let that sink in. Before God said, I'm going somewhere, let there be light, God had already seen light in his imagination. And everything subsequently that God said, let there be, his imagination had already seen a thing. Am I talking to anybody? It had to, come on, you got to see it before you can see it, rebel. You've got to see it. And that's why when we go to Habakkuk, he said, now listen, once you see it, write the vision and make it plain. Oh my God. And you're worried about who's going to read it and run with it. You gonna read it and you're gonna run with it, because the vision is for an appointed time and it shall speak. Now, this is where I want you to understand. Come on, rebel, I feel something. I want you to understand that even though I noticed this so many times in the Bible, when it speaks of imagination, it often speaks of imagination, wicked imaginations, evil imaginations, ungodly imaginations, all of these things about imagination. That's why I wanted to go back and say, listen, when you go to Ephesians, now to him that's able to do exceedingly abundantly all that you can ask or think according to the power that works in you, and all that you can ask or think is dealing with your imagination. Come on and go with me. All that you can ask or think is dealing. What can you see in your mind? What can you see in your imagination? And I go back to the point that for God to begin to speak all of these things into existence, he first had to see it in his imagination. God first had to see it in his mind. He first had to understand so that when it was created, yes, it looks just like what I saw in my mind. It looks just like I envisioned it. And I'm going to take that one step further. When God thought of you in his imagination, God saw exactly what he wanted you to be. God saw exactly what he wanted you to fulfill in this earth. God saw you and he said, look, it's not only good, but it's very good. God said, listen, I want you to understand my thoughts concerning you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you a successful end, to give you a beautiful end, to give you a powerful end. Am I talking to anybody? And this is where I want you to understand, even in your mama's womb, DJ Eyes, you are the apple of God's eye, and his imagination thought of you and saw you as a lion, saw you as somebody that had the power, saw you as somebody with boss energy. Am I talking to anybody? Saw you as successful, saw you as above only and not beneath, saw you as the lender and not the borrower. Do you understand? God already saw you in his imagination. Woo! So for those that feel like you're just out here roaming around aimlessly with no purpose, oh, God does nothing in vain. God does nothing empty. God had a vision of you when he created you. His imagination, his imagination had already seen your end. Am I talking to anybody? Woo! Already seen it. Woo, my. Listen, at the end of the day, I want to go back just real quickly. I want to go back because, again, so many times when we think of it, but I want you to know, eye hasn't seen. That's what 1 Corinthians said. Eye hasn't seen. Your ears haven't heard. Neither has it entered into your heart. The things, listen, you can't even imagine what God has for you. But what I do want you to do, and this is something I want to speak into you, because I want you to understand that while there are so many people that take the negative energy, a wicked imagination, an evil, baby, that's for those that are out there lost and roaming around, and those are the folk we need to help them know. Listen, come on and get yourself straight, get your life right, and baby, you can live your imaginations. But for those of us that have been transformed by the renewing of our minds, for those of us that are not in that category, for those of us that have a relationship with God, God said, I need you to understand your imagination is your God nature. Woo! Am I talking to anyone? Your imagination is your God nature. When you talk about being created in the image of God, you're not created with 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. That's God's image. God doesn't have any of that. God is a spirit. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? But what image are we created after God's image and likeness? His ability to create. And how does God create? From his imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? He thinks a thing in his imagination and he brings it forth by his word. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God. The word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Now he said, I've given you the image. I've given you my likeness. I've given you my ability. Take your imagination. Your eyes haven't seen, your ears haven't heard. Ooh, but just imagine it. Ooh, am I talking to anybody? He said, imagine a thing and I will create the fruit of your lips. Am I talking to anybody? Imagine a thing and I will create the fruit of your lips. Ooh. out of his imagination. He spoke the word and it was. Out of your imagination, you'll speak a thing and it shall be. Am I talking to anybody in here? Woo, and you said, but STL, spiritual thought leader, I've been saying the thing for so long. He said, listen, write the vision, make it plain. This is the thing. Some of you are confused. Some of you will not speak your vision because it seems like the vision is too great. It seems like the vision is too grand. It seems like the vision is more than what you can accomplish. And so you start speaking out of fear. You start speaking out of anxiety. You start speaking out of stress. You start speaking out of despondency because it hasn't happened yet. You start speaking somewhere else. And he said, I need you to speak the vision. Write that vision so you can be clear. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? Oh, Sandra Bailey, come on in here. I need you to speak the vision. I need you to talk the vision. I need you. I don't care. Don't you know that I'm the God of all power and might? I gave you that huge imagination because I plan to do a thing and show myself strong and mighty. Woo, am I talking to anybody? Oh, but nobody's ever done that before. Listen, imagine a thing. This microphone that I'm speaking in, somebody had to imagine it. Somebody said there's a person, and a way rather, that she can be sitting in Texas and she can get on this microphone and it will pick up her voice and transmit it. And then somebody else came up with a computer. Somebody else came up with Wi-Fi and internet. They had to imagine it first. Oh, but it had never been seen before. Oh, but it was not understood by people. What in the world is that you making? You just got all them wires and this and that and the other. That don't look like nothing but a bunch of mess. But what was it? It was the manifestation of someone's imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? It was the manifestation of somebody's imagination. And God said, I've called you for such a time as this. I'm going to give you from your imagination the manifestation of a thing. And as you imagine it, I'm going to give you the wisdom. As you imagine it, I'm going to give you the knowledge. As you imagine it, I'm going to give you the networking. As you imagine, I'm going to give you the money. As you imagine. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? Your imagination. That's your God nature, baby. Some of you need to stop and imagine. Now, I'm going to say this because at the end of the day, oh my God, children come here so close to their God nature. Why? Because they have phenomenal imaginations. They can take mud and make mud pies. They can find imaginary friends. They can play and do all kinds of things. Imagination, because they're so close from coming out of the womb and having come down from the spirit of life and inhabiting that body, their bodies and their ability to take that body and transcend and let their mind not be confined by that body. That spirit begins to imagine and their imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? That imagination of a child. But some of us go through situations and things hurt us, things discourage us, failures come and failures go. And the next thing you know, what has been shut down? My ability to imagine a thing. Woo, and to believe that it's going to happen. Am I talking to anybody? That matter of being impacted by what we see with our eyes, what we hear with our ears, all of these things that are impacting our senses by the people around us, it causes us to begin to lose the ability to imagine a thing. Woo. But that imagination is what speaks. That imagination is what creates. I'm watching you people, DJ Eyes. Thank you for the biddies. Listen, we're building something. That imagination. Whoo, am I talking to anybody? This is one thing as a songwriter. Whew, I would sit and it was like, and anybody that's listening to me, I'm telling you, when you exercise that thing just like muscle, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Welcome.
I was going through a period. Come on, Shatter. Good to have you in the room. I was going through a period where it's like, Lord, every time I laid down on my bed, every time I walked outside, I heard songs. I heard lyrics. Listen, I told some people, I can't even say I wrote the song because it was like it was almost composed and put together when I heard it because my imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? The Rebel Inc. can tell you we have down through the years since we've known each other, we've spoken different inventions into existence and then just watch and turn around and see it manifest. But we were talking about it decades before it ever happened. Woo! Do y'all understand? The imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? I need you to get into that realm of the imagination, because out of that space, out of that place, God is giving you something, woo, that he intends and desires and has designed for you to bring forth. Now I'm gonna try to bring it back, because listen, I could go a whole nother hour on this, but I hope y'all got the understanding, the gist of what I'm saying. I need you to get back into that place where, that's why I like to go out and sit by the water, while I'm sitting there looking at the water, while I'm sitting there and I see the sparkles, while I'm sitting there and I see the waves, while I'm sitting there and I see all the nature coming and going, the fish jumping, I see the birds swooping down, all of the things that I see. And when I see it, God speaks and my imagination begins to run. Am I talking to anybody? It rejuvenates and refires my imagination. Woo! Some of y'all done got too old and too serious. I need you to back up, except you become as a little child. I need you to back up and go back into that space, as I said earlier. Get into that space of imagination. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? Let your imagination run. Some of the things that you've had in your heart for so long, baby, let your imagination run with it. Write the vision and make it plain. Am I talking to anybody? Come on here. Woo! Write that vision and make it plain, and then run with it. Do not allow. Now, I want to say this, and even as we talk about so many ways of visualization, I want you all to understand, as we talk about the different ways of visualization, I want you to see it from two different ways. That runner that has a course set before them, and they'll go out, and they're doing this now in the Olympics almost on the regular, almost all the sports. They take them through visualization because they've seen and they've understood. If you can see it, if you can see it, you can do it. If you can see it, you can be it. Am I talking to anybody? But this is where I also want to caution you about visualization. And I heard a rock climber, and he every inch of that cliff that he was climbing, he said he visualized every inch, he went it and did it, experienced it, practiced it. Then when he went home, he ran it through his mind. Then he went back and he did it, he experienced it, he practiced it, and then he went home and he practiced it in his mind. And he visualized that thing so that he could conquer it. Am I talking to anybody? But this is another caution that I want to make about visualization. Because some of you get discouraged because you visualize a thing and then it doesn't happen the way that you visualized it. Now, I want to speak to that, because at the end of the day, this is what I want you to understand even about that. The whole idea of visualizing that thing and coming into it is that you see yourself doing it, and it's the energy. It's that frequency that you're on. The energy and the frequency. You dial into the energy, you dial into the frequency. But this is the thing I want you to know. Sometimes, what God has for you is even greater than what you can visualize. Whoa, did I say something? Sometimes It's not going to happen the way you visualize it. You're visualizing it to get yourself in that realm. You're visualizing to get yourself in that plane. You're visualizing to get yourself into that energy. You're visualizing to get yourself into that frequency. You're visualizing to get yourself in that place of faith. Oh, but listen, as it is written, eye has not seen, ear has not heard, it hasn't even entered into your imagination the things which God has prepared for them that love him. And you're sitting trying to live and make your life line up with your vision in the way you saw it. And God said, but what I'm getting ready to do is even greater than that. Woo! Y'all understand what I'm saying? What God is getting ready to do through, for, in you is greater than that. He said, you're not only going to receive miracle signs and wonders over your life, you're going to move as a miracle. You're going to move as a sign. You're going to move as a wonder. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? Woo! In you, through you, by you. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Not just one preposition, but the power of the preposition. God said, I'm going to allow all of those prepositions to manifest miracles, signs, and wonders. Woo, my God, today. Woo, I hope y'all hear me this morning. I hope y'all are hearing me. This is the work that God is doing. This is the way that God is moving. Take the limitations off. Take the restrictions off. Take the boundaries off. Ooh, my God, today. Take all of that. Take the fear. Come on. And I used to say this, and I'm going to still say it. I'm not going to tell you no fear, but I do often say, what could we do if we had no fear? The Bible said perfect love casts out all fear, because fear has torment. And when you're fearful about a thing, it will torment you. You can't do that. It's never been done before. You can't do that. Who's going to believe you? You can't do that. You don't have any support. You can't. And I promise you, your lips may be saying, I think I can, I believe I can. But if your mind, heart, and your spirit is saying you can't do it, guess what? You ain't going to be able to do it. Not because it's not possible, but as a man thinketh in his heart, as a woman thinketh in her heart, so you are. If you think you can't, you won't. I don't care how much your lips are saying one thing, if it's not in alignment with what you really feel down in your shando. Woo, am I talking to anybody? This is why I want us to begin to understand the power of the imagination that God has given you. You're created in God's image. God imagined it in his mind, and then he spoke the word, let there be. And God said, I'll do the same for you, the imaginations of your mind. Because listen, I put that desire, I put that idea, I put that urge, I put that, all of that in you. Woo! God said it came from me. It came from me. Because I wanted it to be birthed into the earth realm. And you all are too scared to speak your passion. You're too scared of failure. You're too scared of all of these things going wrong and waiting for the other shoe to drop. And who's, baby, if God be for you, if God be for you, and God is, who can be against you? Explain it to me, Lucy. Who can be against you? I need you to focus. I need you to focus. And this is the thing. When you imagine that thing and you visualize it, you're putting yourself in the energy to manifest it. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you imagine a thing and you visualize it, you're putting yourself in position to manifest it. And this becomes your selective of what you will and what you won't do. Because if it doesn't line up with what you visualize, oh no, I'm not wasting my time on that. If it doesn't line up with what you visualize, no, I'm not getting ready to get caught up with this person. I'm not getting ready to get caught up with these areas, this thing, whatever. Everything in me that has aligned itself to this vision, to this energy, that's all I can align myself to when you visualize that thing. And you're a winner. Hear me. And you're a winner. Oh yeah, we're all winners, but there are some of us that will not complete a thing. There are some of us that will not follow a thing all the way through. There are some of us that won't just hang in there until the thing is done. There's some of us that give up way too early. There are some of us that let those voices that are whispering and talking in our ear, we let those deter us and get us off track and get us detoured and distracted. But winners. What did I tell you about Sha'Carri? And she gave the correct pronunciation. She said, y'all keep calling me Sha'Carri. My name is Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri said, listen, you don't have to call my name when I run the race. You can put me in the outside lane and think you can give me the handicap. You can not even show me in the picture and the camera, but I'm focused. I see a thing. I've envisioned a thing. I've imagined a thing, and I'm a winner. Am I talking to anybody? Oh, it was 9 people on that track, but it was one winner. And I know we can say, but all of them were winners. Yes, they were in their own, but only one got that first prize. You understand the words? Only one got the designation of the fastest person on earth. Only one was the one that broke that record and their name went down. You understand what I'm saying? I want us to understand the power of your imagination. I want you to understand the power of your visualization, but I also want you to understand the power of your execution, where you will not let anything take you off your course. Now, I'm going to come here and I'm going to share just a few videos. It's almost time for us to go. Come on, you focus. Come on, Sandra Bailey. And I'm sorry I haven't been responding to all of you all, because listen, I want to get this thing. I want to get this thing all the way in you. I want you to understand the power of imagination to work for you in your life. The power of imagination to work. And again, that is your God nature. To think it and see it and then speak it and do it. Now, I want to come here just real quickly because I've queued up some things that I want to share. And these are videos that are out there. And for those of you that are in my Discord, you can actually go out to my Discord and see it and let it bless you. I want you to understand the power of imagination. And I'm not just talking some mumbo jumbo. I want you all to come into a place where you can begin to understand the power of God and the moving of God. Let me take this down. Oh, I see what I did. I want us to understand the power of God so that we can move in the strength of God and really experience all that God has for us. Now, I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm caught up, y'all. I'm feeling something all down in my shando. I hope that this is going to bless you. I believe that it will. I'm just going to run these real quickly and let this bless you. Come on, let's go.
Your imagination is so powerful that you can use it to create almost anything that you want to in this life. The thing.
All right, let me get this to a place where I can share it with you. If there's anybody that is in between a rock and a hard place in your journey of knowing what God has called you to, I want you to begin to just allow this word to get all the way down in the marrow, between the joints and the marrow in your bones. And I want you to hear, and I want you to live. I want you to walk, talk, and breathe this that I'm talking about on today, because it's time for you to get in your place of imagination. Let it come forth. Speak it. Speak clearly. Speak effectively, efficiently, continuously. Do not come out of that energy, y'all. I want you to get in your imagination and let it flow. Here we go.
Your imagination is so powerful that you can use it to create almost anything that you want to in this life. The thing is, most people use their imaginations to create the opposite of what they actually desire. Oftentimes, your mind is going to materialize whatever you're giving mental energy to. So when you're giving consistent mental energy to negative things, those things end up manifesting into your life instead of the things that you actually want to happen. And what you do is spend more of your mental energy, spend more of your thought thinking about realities that you actually want to experience.
Now, that question right there, and I've said this for those of you that are in Institute for Higher Consciousness, your frequency, and I'm gonna come back. Your frequency is actually, what do you frequently think about, beloved? What do you frequently think about? That's your frequency. What are you giving your energy to? And some of you need to start even today, as I queue up this next one. I want you to start even today paying attention. Pay attention. You know, I say that all the time in here. Pay attention. Where are you expending your mental energy? Ask yourself, where are you expending your mental energy? Because that's your frequency, beloved. That is your frequency. Now I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm gonna just keep bringing these because I'm through. Basically, I want you to hear, and I want you to understand, and I want you to see what it is that I'm saying. I want you to walk away with total clarity about imagination. Here we go.
And your energy, your spirit is hooked into what you imagine in your mind. And when you imagine something with your emotions, by your feeling nature, love preferably, which you should be doing. But when anger gets in there, it distorts the imagination. Understand the power, right side of the brain, of the African's ability to imagine. Because we have imagined a vain thing instead of a wonderful thing about ourselves and our world.
Now, listen, he said something there, beloved. Once more and again, you have the ability in that right brain, and he's going more into the scientific about how we have the ability. But so many times we find, even as the first person said, we are imagining the wrong things. We're spending our energy and our effort and our mental capacity thinking on the wrong thing. And as he said, instead of thinking about the negative and an evil imagination and imagining a vain thing, we have so much in us. We absolutely positively do. I want you to believe it. I want to play this next one as well. I hope you all are getting this food. I hope you are, because listen, this is how we start moving into miracle signs and wonders. So many times we come out with these sayings, we come out with things that almost become cliche. But then it's like, how do we manifest that? How do we make that happen? How do we actually walk into miracle signs and wonders? And I say this in love. I really, really do. But when I talk about things that we say churchy and become cliche, we'll say that stuff out of our mouth and then turn right around and we'll be defeated. Turn right around and we'll be lost. Turn right around and we'll be confused. Turn right around and we're despondent. Turn right around and we don't know who we are, why I'm here. Turn right around and we're all of these things other than who God created us to be. I can say miracle signs and wonders and the power of the preposition, all of that's working in you. But listen, if you turn right back around and imagine a vain thing, Crystal Method, then I'm just wasting my breath and you're wasting your energy, because it must become a reality. And that's what I hope that this that I'm sharing with you is going to help you to move to another level, because we must not just imagine a vain thing. God gave you that imagination for a reason, to birth it into the earth realm. But I need you to be secure on how to get there. Come on, sis, and talk to us.
Did you know that there is a reality where what you want already exists? Everything that you want. A little hint, you actually have access to this place right now. Oliver Wendell Holmes once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." And let me tell you, he could not be more right. There is a powerful place where every single thing, desire that you want already exists. And that place is your imagination. Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. Every single thing that exists in this world that we're in, that we live in, started from someone's imagination. If you're sitting on a chair right now or looking at a table, your phone, your laptop, the roof over your head, an architect had to imagine and create the roof over your head, the house that you're in right now, in their imagination in order to bring it to life, in order to make it a reality. Your imagination is the fertile ground where everything is born and everything dies. It is where every single thing begins, the extension of source energy, of God, of life. When I got a glimpse of the power of my imagination, but most importantly, how my emotions could transport me and transcend me into a place where my imagination was already my reality, it was by accident. It would take another 18 years, I said 18 years, for me to be conscious of what I discovered and to make it work for me consistently. Stephen Covey says, through imagination, we can visualize the uncreated worlds of potential that lie within us. In your imagination, anything is possible, and your mind cannot tell the difference between your imagination and what you refer to as the real world for one reason: your emotions. That means if you channel your emotions to build in your imagination and you believe that what you have built is real. Most importantly, if you feel that what you have built is real, it must become real. You are already all that you want to be. The question is, what do you want to create? What do you want to build in this world of form? If you want to learn more about using the power of your imagination and your emotions to
Now that right there, this sister, she spoke, and I hope you all ate. And Crystal Method, Misty Blue, I see y'all out there. I'm watching you people. I see you all. Listen, I hope this is speaking to you because, listen, I want you, again, I want you to have the power of the preposition and not just be miracle signs and wonders over my life. I want you to have the power of the preposition as God is moving you in this hour, that baby, you're going to have all of that in the bag of chips. Come on here, Crazy Berry Town. That's my girl. Crazy Berry Town is a streamer, y'all. If you're not following Crazy Berry Town, quit your wicked ways, because listen, she's gonna bless your whole life. Now I'm trying to get in here and get out of here real quick because I got a time window that we got to be out of here cheering. I want to go. Steve always has something good to say. I like Brother Harvey. And listen, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in here, put it a little bit in this here for flavor. But listen, I'm telling you, people that understand the success of life and successful living, because listen, I want you to be above only and not beneath. I want you to be the lender and not the borrower. I want you to be the head and not the tail. We can say all of that stuff. Quit your wicked ways. Just quit them. I saw that. Now listen, you can quote all of that. You can spit all that out and still be living a defeated life. I've seen it so much. You can spit all of that out and still quit them. You can still, I love you, Crazy Berry Town. You can still miss the boat of success. You can still be bogged down and muddied and stuck in the mud and constantly going through this same cycle over and over again. DJ Prophet, so much mad love to you. He is a streamer. And listen, if y'all not following DJ Prophet, quit your wicked ways, because listen, we about to be blessed here in a minute. This is what I want us to understand. I want you to transcend all of this and move into your place where you belong. Lord, lift us up where you belong. I want you to be lifted up where you belong. I need you to activate your imagination and let it flow. Come on, talk to us, Steve.
Stop telling your visions to other people, because they're not going to see it. Why you think you keep imagining opening a business? Why do you keep imagining buying a house? Why do you keep imagining driving a really nice car? Why do you keep imagining getting rich one day? Why do you keep imagining that? If you decide to be rich today, who gonna stop you? Who? If you decide you want to be rich, all you gotta do is start. Why not? Who gonna stop you? Unless you tell it to the wrong person. Mama, listen to me. I'm going to be rich. Anybody rich in this family? Go in there and sit down somewhere. Get yourself a good job. Oh, mama, you must be right. No, mama could be wrong. Because what you have in your imagination, God didn't show it to your mama. I'm sorry. He showed it to you.
That right there. As he said, Pay attention. Pay attention. We say that in the Lions Den. Pay attention. Y'all, some of y'all telling your dreams and your visions to the wrong folks. Because they're too small-minded. They can't see it. They don't understand it. And even as Steve talked about the time and the season, the struggle that he had as a comedian, but he saw something. He believed something. And he didn't just imagine a vain thing. He believed that thing and it manifested. And while other people are like, go out there and do this, that, and the other, he had a vision that didn't fit what everybody else's vision of him was. And look at him today. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I got to hurry up. Let's play this next one, and we're going to get ready to go see DJ Prophet here in just a hot second. Here we go.
Imagination is so powerful. They did this study done by Ellen Langer out of Harvard University. In 1979, she was spending time at senior centers. She was like, this is not a really vibrant place to live your last days. And she did an experiment where she took 8 of the gentlemen out and put them into a redecorated monastery. So it wasn't 1979. She decorated as if it was 1959. And so these gentlemen got out of the van. A lot of them had canes and they were kind of struggling to get into there. But they were told this, I want you just to pretend it's 1959 again. So when they walked into their living quarters, they had television shows, black and white television shows from 1959. The cover of Time magazine was from 1959 with that current news. They took all the mirrors out of there so they couldn't see themselves. And they were told for just the next week, just pretend, live. It's 1959. And before they put them in there, they tested their biomarkers. They tested their senses, their sense of sight, their sense of hearing. They tested their focus, their memory. They tested their physical strength. They took a picture of them before they went in. And then at the end of 7 days, they came back. It was like that movie Cocoon. When they came back, they tested them. They were physically stronger. They had better eyesight. They had better sense of hearing. And cognitively, they have better focus and a better memory after just 7 days of living in that environment, listening to that music. And a lot of them came out, they weren't using their canes or anything. It's amazing. That's how powerful your mind is. Our imagination.
Now listen, some of you all need to take this to heart. And just like this brother said here, isn't that something, Crystal Method? Because the mind and the ability of the mind. Some of you need to go back to the place where you were excited. Oh, that's a word right there. Let me say it once more and again. Some of you need to go back to the place where you were excited. I want that to marinate. Some of you need to go back to the place where you were excited. And that, in essence, is a lot of what happened with these individuals. They went, and while I can't relate to this right here, I can't relate to this space right here. When you take me back to the days when I was alive, when you take me back to the days when I was vibrant, when you take me back to the days that really resonated in my spirit, something comes alive. Something reinvigorates. Am I talking to anybody? It does something to you. Go back to the days when you were excited and see, won't it take you back some years? Come on, I got to get out of here. I got this one and one more, and we out of here. We're on our way to DJ the Prophet, and we going to get prophesied to today. But I got to talk to you about imagination before we get up out of here. One more.
Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions." His words underscore the power of our imagination, and imagination precedes all that we manifest in our life. But why do so many of us attract circumstances we'd rather avoid? The answer is simple: conditioning. We're taught to anticipate the worst, to prepare for the worst. In doing so, we unknowingly invite unwanted situations into our lives. The remedy? Start harnessing your imagination for the positive. Shift focus. Imagine only what you desire, because our reality, believe it or not, is first sculpted in the realms of our imagination.
And there you have it. And I'm gonna show this last one because I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here on time because I'm down to the wire, saints. I'm down to the wire. I hope this is blessing you. One reason I'm glad that word it resonated in your spirit. DJ Hot One, come on in here. He's a streamer and it will bless your life. So much love to you and thank you for joining in. And this is the last one I have, and I think I've got all of them that I had queued up. And so I think we're gonna hit our mark. I think we're gonna be on time today, and we're gonna get out of here. And I appreciate you for enduring me in my folly. I hope this is blessing you. One more, and here we go. Please hear what she has to share.
the day that I found a YouTube video that changed my entire life. That YouTube video was saying that you can literally imagine something, close your eyes, visualize it, really go there and experience an imaginal act, something that would only happen if you had your desire. So let's say you want freedom and a lot of money. You imagining you on the beach with your laptop, or you on the beach, you know, drinking a pina colada and saying, wow, like, I'm so happy that I can travel whenever I want now. The Tuesday and you're on the beach and you didn't have to go to work. And just by you imagining that and like getting emotionally involved with that, you know, for enough time, you impress it on your subconscious mind and that becomes your reality. Things start to shift in your outer world to make you have those resources where you really can travel whenever you want. And it's all by your imagination.
And there you have it, DJ Hot One. It was good to see you up there. I'm glad. Thank you, Shelly Thunder, for that shout out. And my apologies for misgendering. Now, at the end of the day, y'all, God said, let there be light. But God had already envisioned light. And everything else that God created started in God's imagination. I want you, with all the scriptures that I shared with you this morning, with all of the scriptural text that I provided today, and with the videos that we've shared, because listen, this is what my sis said. Not only are we doing miracle signs and wonders, but listen, we're taking it to a whole nother level. This is the way we're operating. This is the way that we're flowing. We're taking it to a whole nother level. Miracles, signs, and wonders. High vibrational edition. I hope that you pick up the vibes and the vibration that has been sent out from the Lion's Den this morning, because by all means, it's real. What I'm saying and sharing with you, this is real. I need you to begin to pay attention to how you're flowing, what you're doing, how you're seeing it, what means by which you're operating in it. And I need you to make this a reality in your life. Please understand and hear what I'm saying. I want you to make this a reality in your life. Miracles, signs, and wonders, not just over your life, but I want you to work the power of the preposition. I want it to operate in, through, by. Put every preposition you want to in there. And that's the way I want you to move in this dimension and in this realm. Dalen 628, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, I'm honored to have been asked to come and be a part of this phenomenal 2-day event. Again, this is the last day. We're going to leave here and go to DJ Prophet. I want to say thank you to everybody that came in. I want you to take this word with you. Don't just hear it, but I want you to begin to manifest it. I want to say happy Labor Day to everybody. This time that we take to set aside and just rest and celebrate you for the labors that you do. BTD Mom, I see you. And to anyone else that I missed, I want to say good morning to everybody. LaDon 225, so much mad love to you. Another from the Diamond Mod Squad, and so beautiful to me. Baby doll, he calls me. Good morning to you. I appreciate all of you that gave roaring biddies. DJ Sega, I'm sorry, the Black Knight. Thank you for those roaring biddies. I just looked up and saw Shattered. Good to have you in the midst. I'm watching you people. Come on down. DJ Eyes, I appreciate you. Apple Juice, come on, because we're building something. One Reason, thank you so much for bringing the family to us and starting us off in a powerful way. To all of those from the Lion's Den, I appreciate you. Crystal Method, listen, everybody, God, that gift, Nathan Lamont, all I need is one good squall. I'll be back in the morning on my regular time, 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock Central Time. We'll be right back here in the Lion's Den. Same bat time, same bat channel. Now, please copy the raid message because we're going over to be with DJ the Prophet. Again, I appreciate everybody, and we'll be wrapping up tonight at 7 o'clock with Mike City. So please ride the raid train all the way around. Dalen 628. Once more and again, thank you, sis, for thinking of me. To my mods that came in, I always appreciate you. I tell y'all, I got the best moderators in the world. You better ask somebody. They are absolutely all that and a bag of chips. I appreciate them for the work that they do here in the Lion's Den. Those are my girls right there. Now, let's get ready to go over. I think we're on time. Do I need to, are we ready on the raid out? Is everything good to go? I want to make sure that we're in position. If I need to go a little bit longer, Crazy Berrytown, you know I love me some you. I absolutely do. And thanks to everybody for that mod love. Okay, we're raiding now. All right. So much mad love to you. So much love from me. I am the spiritual thought leader. Come on. This is the way we do it in the Lion's Den. And blessings upon blessings to you. I love you. Have an amazing day on purpose. Do what you love what you do, and peace for your journey. So much love to you. Have a great day.